Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending where you're at. YouTube, this man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, this is another week. We're doing MuscleTalk Monday. This is episode 183. I'm trying to keep numbers as much as I can, but 183 episodes. I can't believe it. I just started this thing about a couple years ago and has grown since then. So anyway, the subject, if you saw, is about female bodybuilding and social media. And as a content maker, I try to give attention to most definitely women's bodybuilding, and also as in the last few years or so, I've been expanding to other divisions. I've interviewed ladies in bikini, I hadn't not wellness just yet. I had a couple of amateurs, and also some ladies in figure and all those other divisions. But these ladies understand social media is like this: it's both a tool and a weapon for it. It's something that get them attention, get recognized, but also have to deal with a lot of some issues. People out there who are like, I don't know, you have keyboard warriors who have issue with women muscles. They just feel uncomfortable on it, and always certain things. And also some of these women can be their own um bring down to themselves. Because the fact is you have a fan base. And I'm saying you want to protect yourself, but you need the fan base to keep you going. And I remember my interview with Ryan from D Down the Spot, how he talked about sometimes these ladies don't respect us. So here I have my man, he's a hater, but he also the content creator on Women Muscle. It's our man KLA, the Wanderer.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
Congratulations on your 100th episode, George.
183.
183, my bad. I'm sorry. You hitting 200.
I'm a
Hitting
good ways from it. I think I would have been a little bit over because one
Yeah.
time my computer was in shop for about a couple of weeks, and then there was some other stuff that's I just but it's just solid process. But anyway, as you know, both me and KL we do content, good amount of it are women's bodybuilding, and we have sometimes that come in issues every now and then. Sometimes we got to understand that you're in a niche sport and you have a very small fan base. Here's the fact is the men's division is more popular than the women's divisions, outside of bikini and wellness, which are more the divisions that are more aesthetically pleasing to the everyday Tom, Dick, and Harry, the everyday guy. Because the fact is, those women don't have as much muscle. Well, some of the wellness girls I've seen, they are built relatively almost closer to women's bodybuilding. If you look at them, but bikini's a little bit more leaner. But women's bodybuilding, you have such a small fan base. And it's guys like me, KL, the Female Bodybuilding Channel, David from Female Bodybuilding Forum, even Dee, Ryan, and all the others who give y'all women a voice that no one else is giving you opportunity to. And we reach out to you. Hey, you want to share yours? I understand you're cautious because you don't want to put yourself out there, but in order to get recognized, you have to put yourself out there. You have to take a chance because in order to be successful, sometimes you have to fall. I like to say my favorite quote. Sometimes, in order to when we fall, we have to learn to pick ourselves up. So, and in his dealings, KL has dealt with sometimes it's a lot to try to get these ladies to get on here. And I can tell you from firsthand too. Like he just did a couple of interviews this weekend, and with a couple ladies, one lady who is Sugar Amazon, she's a mixed wrestler. Also, I think she's going to think about getting into a competitive bodybuilder. And there's also a young lady who interviewed who is a power lifter. So, how, like I said, what do you feel that helps you get you these ladies on your channel?
Uh, sometimes, that's a good question. There's moments where, I'll email them or just go to the DMs sometimes. I'm gonna have to admit I do pay at times, and because the reason why I did that because sometimes I think I wanted to go a faster process, but it can be, sometimes it's like a toss coin type of thing, heads or tails. You don't know what you're gonna get. There's times where, it was okay, but then there's times it's not. and it kind of gave me a bitter taste in my mouth. So there moments where I kind of I try to fall back on it, but there be moments where like if I'm on like Instagram a lot and I'm DMing people and they're not responding too much, and if I have a little money, maybe I could probably be like I'll send them something, and be like, hey, I'm interested in wanting to talk to you. If you're not, please refund me. If anything, please appreciate it. Say it politely as I can. I mean, there've been moments where I've gotten to some characters really like they would act up. I wouldn't really I wouldn't say that I wouldn't recommend it, but it's something that I just do, but not try not to do it too often because it seemed like I could have like a resentment towards doing that. So I try not to do it too much. But like with the DMing, it's like consistent, like it's like work, like just constantly just DMing people and stuff like that. So I mean, there's times once in a while I'll get like a response, on a good day. Sometimes I gotta fall back from just even like even just going to women bodybuilders. Sometimes I'll go to people from different genres of doing what they do, like martial artists. I don't get too many of them like that, but maybe like once in a while get some different people from fitness, different fields of fitness, and I noticed that I do like art, so I try to reach out to people that do like comic book artists and stuff like that because I have a little background of it. I have an idea about it. I'm comfortable, certain things. So, I try to reach out people that want to get they foot on the door stuff. But sometimes with the women bodybuilders, man, it's a real headache at times. Even like the session wrestlers, they're very pain in the rear end at times too. But I mean, like, but it doesn't pertain to everybody. It's a bittersweet type of thing. It's like you want to do it, but then it'd be like, ah, man, it could be discouraging, and then you just gotta like fall back a little bit from doing certain things. So,
Yeah, I understand. It's a lot, especially like me. I reach out to the ladies. I send a message to them. Most of the time, it's in IG because that's where a lot of the ladies are at. IG is a bigger platform compared to Facebook or even I would say YouTube. It gets a lot. There's a lot more people on it than anything. And sometimes I get a response, and it's good. Sometimes I might not, so I just move on. And then, if one thing I say is when I do my interviews, I make a suggestion. Lady says, "Hey, I'll fix your care package and send you something because I get Social Security and disability. I can get discounts and stuff, so I don't have to pay as much compared to if they bought it someplace else. So I fix my little package. I send it to them, and they appreciate it. Sometimes I offer it, and sometimes some of the ladies are interested, but they do the interview anyway. It's about finding the right people who really want to share their stories. And like I said again, I often say do my interviews. I would love to get someone like Andrea Shaw, but she'll come whenever she's ready. I love to get somebody else like that too. They'll come when they're ready. But I will talk to the people that want to talk to me, who want to talk to you. Like tomorrow I got an interview coming up.
yeah, I
This
see.
lady, she's been on DV on Spot a couple of times. Her name is Lindsay Diaz, and
Right.
Lindsay, she's been competing as a pro for quite some time. Actually, this is a truth. She competed at Savannah that year where I went, and she last competed at the
Did you see her there? Or
yeah, I was always competing. I didn't see her there exactly. But she was on stage. I saw her compete, and I reached out to her before. And sometimes what it is, if they don't follow you or some stuff, they may not see your request because what it does goes into a little section where you go for
right.
requests, and sometimes they look through them and the ones that look like they can, there's no problems. They respond. I've had a couple ladies who saw my stuff, and like my interview with Lisa Sagan. She told me that I just saw your thing, so I just want to see if you want to do the interview. That was cool because I saw an interview with uh David and her friend Rose who competed. They competed over this weekend in Georgia. And it was great because it was perfect because she lives in Australia. And it was great. She's right here on this coast on the end of the coast in the east. So we had to worry about time logistics and all of that. But women like this, I was put a picture of. If this is Lindsay. She's also a trainer. She's IFP Pro. She's been a physique for the past, I think 2 or 3 years. She turned pro back in 2021. And, women like this is why I want to give them attention because the fact is they have an interesting story about her themselves. She's a prep coach, trainer. I mean, like I said, she's like Ryan told me that this is one of the women he really, he considers a friend because if he ever wants to do something, because I think she did a couple of live streams, say, what, let me reach out to her, she's interested. So at least I think maybe around about the time after our interview when I sent the request, and then she got it. And sometimes you have to take the good with the bad. Some women can be like, oh, how much you gonna pay me? Well, I can't pay anything. It's just doing an interview. Sometimes I counter that with women in like wrestlers. I reach out to women in wrestling. I remember somebody asked for a payment. I said,
Session wrestling or wrestling?
wrestlers. I'm not
Okay.
much into the session thing. So, you
Yeah.
know, and even, with I've interviewed ladies in MMA. And sometimes with those, you have to deal with a manager. But then there'll be times I was
Right.
lucky that I had to deal with a manager. I did directly with that person. Because sometimes the manager be saying, like my man, the coach, he's my man. Everybody follows me on man coach, Sherrod Harrison. He does a lot of content. He had done interviews in a good while because he's busy doing other stuff. But he told me sometimes it's a lot of hoop jumping when you try to get with somebody, especially if you have a manager, because they're
Yeah.
telling you, okay, I don't know if this be good for them or that or this, that. But understand that no one else is talking to you. You're not gonna get like one of the guys is popular doing all of MMA content, especially on a big platform. That's Ariel Hawani. He interviewed a lot of MMA fighters from the UFC, PFL, boxers, fighters. I mean, I think he has his own podcast, and also he used to work for. I don't know if he still works for ESPN. Those guys. They're not going to really talk to you, especially if you're still on the bottom rung of the sport. If you're not like the high level competitors, and I reach out to people say, what, I saw somebody here, I saw her story, or it's a friend of a friend, and say, okay, you interest me. Like I remember when a couple of years ago, because the ladies who I interviewed I was, got cool with them, and I said, well, you think your friend want to come on? And I said, okay, and I just sent her or like maybe a clip, or she went onto my IG and saw my stuff and say, hey, there's a lot of positive stuff about us, there's a lot of fun stuff about us. That's what it is with dealing with some of these people. You have to try to walk that fine line where you're not too much of a creep, but at the same time you're not too invested in them, as but you really want to get them recognition they deserve.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, really, tell you the truth, I got it from you, really, like, cause before, I was like doing slide videos and all that stuff like that. Then I came across you, and then we started, chopping it up a little bit, and then I noticed you was like, you know, like doing the interviews with the women, like, and I'm like, wow, he's not even big like that, and he's able to do it. So really, like, it's because of you, I started doing it because it made sense to do it, really. But little did I know it's not as easy as I thought. Because I had to really know about bodybuilding. I just know about I just like muscle women. That's it, and that really wasn't enough for for certain individuals like that. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got a person to come in. This is my big brother. He's right here. He's in the
hey,
barber
what's
shop.
up,
What are you
man?
doing?
I'm getting my hair braided. Shut up. I'm getting my hair braided.
All right, Nancy.
Smart
yeah,
ass.
yeah. He gets hair braid, folks. He's a very macho man.
I had my hair braided, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
I ain't gonna,
when you're married, you
That's
don't need
all
to
right.
be macho. You just need to be a man.
So, so
Love you too,
yeah.
bro,
Anyway,
bro.
Anyway, everybody recognizes my man, my big brother, Mr. Big Keith Williams, aka Scuba C, aka the Black Hulk Hogan. Shout out to him. He is here. He's getting his hair done. So anyway, as everybody knows, Keith's wife is a lovely, beautiful Miss T.S. Williams, and she's also in the sport of bodybuilding. And Keith, as you know, being married to an Ivy Pro, especially as a woman, and as yourself as a pro, social media is kind of important for especially to get attention, to get recognition. I mean, most people won't know a lot of you people unless you were on like platforms like Facebook or YouTube or IG.
Oh yeah, it's a big deal because part of when she turned pro, Jake wanted her to bring up her social media following. Everybody has to understand, like, the world that we live in is about followings and about uh, the new social media people. And so if you don't like, I remember Aaron Singerman and PJ Braun said a long time ago, they don't sign us pro athletes anymore. They go after the regular folks, because they get more content and more people following them than the pro athletes who don't do shit but just sit around and collect a paycheck. So when it comes to women and us as pro athletes, we have to put ourselves out on social media. It's part of my contract with Titan Nutrition. I have to put out so much content a week, so many workout videos, so much, so many things on my platform for Titan Nutrition, or I don't see a check. That's part of my contract. So that's the world we live in. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. That's the world we live in. And if you're not doing that, you're not, you're behind in the times, big time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, because it's always like I
because
said,
IFBB is not going to advertise for you. If you notice, like, everybody that you see on social media that's a pro is putting their own stuff out there because IFBB is IFBB. They promote you going into a show, maybe, not like you do, George, but they'll promote you like, as the show is getting closer, but that's about it. But it's up to you to self-promote yourself, so that's the big deal.
yeah, because you know what, you have to put you because this is if you love this, if you have a passion for something, you have to be to work for it, and no one's going to give you anything, especially
Nope.
in this world. No, they're not going to give you anything. You have to put in the time, you have to put in your work. You have to be passionate about it, and you have to love what you're doing. There'll be days where I may not want to do anything. I may want to post like right now. I'm working on one of my comparison videos. I'm working on right now. Just finish it up. I got a few more things to finish, and then in my
How long
interview,
does it
I,
take you to do that? I'm sorry to cut
oh,
you
let's
off.
see. Well, how I do it is like I try to find the right people. Sometimes I might have a hit or miss every now and then, but I find the right people that maybe, especially when I use certain divisions, I find the right women that have this, kind of similar look, or just have this kind of similar background. And then I put together the pics and stuff, and I use like certain ones. Like this is how I do it. I have my 5 mandatories. That's first. It's like some nice cupcake pics, like something really nice and good. Then you have certain like my I have my the right shots and what shows they did, and then I have certain poses like front double, bicep, and a back shot, and and I just try to research them. So I try to find out what information I can. Like look, I jump on their social media, or if they've done interviews, especially on YouTube, since I'm on YouTube half the time, I can just watch like DD on the spot, or Female Bodybuilding Channel, or a couple others, or they do some interviews with everybody else. I look at the interviews, listen, research, and then give me information. So when I talk about them, I have most information I get. Sometimes I have this misses, like I might have got a name wrong before. That's how one interview I got up with was with Shamika Cash because I mispronounced her name, and she liked that because she said she even posted it was on her she put it on Facebook like right after say I did a comparison with her and Sheila Brown, and she said she feel like she was compared, but her and Sheila kind of like same height, about same physique, about some difference, but so much difference, but so much similarities. And that's how we did our interview, me and Shamika. I call her Simika because I thought the name was Sam McCut. I thought, but she said Shamika. I said, oh, okay. And other people who saw my content, because especially some women who are, if they're on YouTube, they have a YouTube channel. And sometimes algorithms where the name will pop up and the cinema, hey, somebody talked about you. Like I mean, a while back, I did a couple of videos of Alicia Young. She saw them, like the one when she got into the wreck a while back, or another one she saw. She said she liked the videos. Or remember the time I told you about the lady who watched one of my comparison videos and said, I liked the fact that you didn't, over sexualize it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's
Well,
what
you
it
never
is.
over sexualize it. That's the problem. You since like I said from day one when you were previewing the Omaha Pro like 2 or 3 years ago, you go into really good detail, and that's what and that's what the sport needs.
Yeah. And, it's just, this is what social media needs. But here's the thing is, I've done content before and I've got what you call a copyright strike because sometimes some videos will be produced by another company and just use that person as a model. I got a strike almost about a month ago. I got to wait till another two more months and then it'll be gone. I got to walk a fine line about what I use because there's a thing called fair use, but some of the stuff, some of the ladies have their copyright. But the fact is, yeah, fact is, you're not established. The copyright laws really create for businesses and companies and music, but now anybody can use it. I had a person sent me a thing where one girl I reached out to a while back and asked her for an interview, but she said she's not ready to do it because she's so much stuff through social media, and she sent somebody a letter saying how she's trying to copyright herself, yeah. But some of the stuff she's using, put copyright stickers on, it's actually somebody else's stuff. So technically, you're not really copyrighted. If you take your own photos and stuff and put them up there, but we do, and also you can't also credit the photographers and the photo makers like that. But sometimes some of the ladies do. Like remember, most definitely, Keith, like when your wife gets the pictures from the show and you see the
Yep,
little stamp on it, they take them out because they put them into their in your social media. Sometimes,
exactly.
yeah, some of the, like one time Bill Dobbins does this. He'll tell anybody one time his stuff is posted out, you can't post any Bill Dobbins stuff without his permission because I remember my last YouTube channel I was posting pics and stuff, but because there was copyrighted, that YouTube channel got shut down because I was posting pics. I didn't have videos yet. I was posting pics in the
Yeah.
community section.
Well, it's like Arnold. Remember back in the day? I mean, they have all these pictures of Arnold, and what Arnold didn't realize was that and I did it when I was an amateur. Is that Muscle Development, Flex Magazine, all the magazines that I was in. When you sign that waiver, they have all the copyrights to your picture. Well, I mean, prime is look at Taylor Swift with what things she's going through with her music. It's the exact same thing. Then finally, after a while, you get to use some pictures, but most of the time the magazines pick the pictures. That's what they pay you. And that's what people don't understand. I mean, women are not going through that right now because there's not really a women's publication to do that. But I understand what you're saying when it comes to, pulling stuff off there, because there's a guy who on Instagram posts all the stuff on these bodybuilding guys, and he says, I think it's tripod something, and he's like, and it's all black guys, or bodybuilder guys, and he's like, I just pulled the content off their social media, and the guys don't care because it gives them more publicity, it gives them more, hype going into a show, so they don't really give a shit, I gave him shit the other day because I'm like, hey, why have I never been on your thing? He goes, because I can't pull content off your social media because I must have a certain thing that doesn't allow people to pull content off my social media. So I get it.
Yeah, and that's what it is. That once, like I said, they understand that social media is very important, especially for your recognition, especially for women in bodybuilding, because the fact is you don't get as much recognition. And truthfully, most of your content is, as you know, why I'm gonna say it, the beat websites.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like stuff like Her Biceps, Muscle Angels, HD Physiques, a lot of those platforms that often pay those women for their time. They're posted because they do cater to the fan base. And I remember with my interview with Ryan, they say some of these ladies say, "Oh, they don't care much about the fans." That's true. We understand that. But the ones that do, who are recognizing that it's their fans that keep them going. And one thing I think ladies need, especially if you're like Andrea Shaw at her level, press agents. I think we talked about this before, Keith. I think we talked about
Yep.
that. Yeah, that would help get them more recognition. Get them on with the platforms like the major news outlets. Or get them on a talk show. still, even though, like I mean, Raheem said the TV is a dying platform, but TV is still around. It's
Yep.
people still gonna watch it.
Well, and that's the problem is like, the Wings of Strength had that female bodybuilding channel and things like that. But again, what we talked about last week on our podcast, George, was simply this. It's a niche thing. So not everybody's going to watch it. So how do you get it out to mainstream is the question, versus, being in this one little niche deal where, you can look at football, baseball, basketball, and all this other stuff. And again, the platform for women's basketball, let's just say Caitlin Clark and the Reese girl from LSU has made it a bigger platform for them, and they've publicized they're the new trailblazers of women's basketball, and so they understood, and again, the networks and everybody understood what direction that women's basketball is going in, and the draft is today, and it's going to be even bigger. I mean, hell, the girl Caitlin Clark got offered $5 million from Ice Cube to play in the 3-on-3 league. So it's big time. But social media plays a big platform now. It's like we almost can't live without it. No matter if it's my hairstylist behind me in her business, if she's not advertising on Instagram and social and all kinds of things, and I'm not advertising for her, you're dead in the water these days. And that's what all these sponsors, all these people who want to sponsor athletes want, is they don't, and I remember somebody telling me this about a year ago, they're not going after the pro athletes anymore. They're going after the common athletes that have, that can create content, that are willing to work hard, because then there's kickbacks. Like here's a prime example. So so here's the word, they call them ambassadors. So you have brand ambassadors now. So you have sponsored athletes like me, and then you have brand ambassadors. Well, the difference between a brand ambassador and a sponsored athlete is a sponsored athlete, gets a salary. A brand ambassador will be a person who I say, hey, George, if you want some protein, click on my IG. There's a link to Titan Nutrition. And then when you order that, you'll get a 20% discount. But also that being, if I sell something, I get a kickback as well. Well, these ambassadors are usually trainers or just athletes who are trying to make some extra money. And their followings are huge, and they're making bankrolls. So when these girls go to, sit there and say, well, I can't make money, you can always become a brand ambassador, and people are going to, it's like Andrea Shaw, like I'm with Grindstones now Blends, which is a cream of rice. So this weekend they sent me a package, and I got a post on what they sent me because now I'm a brand ambassador for them. As much as I'm sponsored by Titan Nutrition, you can have a ton of people that you can be brand ambassadors for. You have a sponsor, I have a clothing deal. I do a cream of rice deal with Andrea, and then I have my supplement sponsor. So you have all these different entities, and that's what you have to do on social media to make money and to be relevant. I mean, you understand that I did a TikTok last year where we had 2 million viewers at my gym, and I got a check back from TikTok. I got a $200 check. I had 2 million views, and I got a $200 check from TikTok. So this YouTube thing and this Instagram thing and this Snapchat thing and this Twitter thing, they're paying these celebrities and they're paying these people who are influencers big time money. Fuck, they got shows on TV about it right now. They got shows on influencers on TV, on BET. I'm watching the show with, there are 4 of these influencers that are making a shit ton of money because they're influencers. So that's how big social media is in our world these days.
Everybody can't do that, though.
They're called influencers.
Right now,
think about
right.
it. They're all called influencers because if you have an influencer that can bring somebody to your brand, let's say bring them 1,000 followers or 2,000 followers to your brand, they rather do that because now the brand is getting their product out there, the brand is selling their product, and you're getting a kickback from the brand for help selling their product. It's a win-win for both sides.
Yeah, because I know. Well, like he was talking about the cream of rice, and that is all. It's a product that one of my favorite persons is also. She's sponsored. That is Andrea Shaw, and and she's busy. I mean, she has lots of sponsors. This is a product right here because I know she just. I think it was at the time when she posted on her social media.
Yep.
I mean, placement is important, especially to say, with a lot of these, like right now, the government's trying to shut down TikTok because they're saying about China. But hey, you're still making money from China. You still, getting money and sending products and get it made and sent back here to the States and selling them at a good cost rate. But look at these people right here. They, like I said, they probably, because a lot of people probably follow social media platforms. They follow certain competitors that use these products. Like, you go back to the days when like Michael Jordan, he
Yeah,
was doing commercials. Or Bo Jackson. Remember, Bo don't know
Bo
commercials.
knows.
Bo knows. Bo knows. I mean, it's branding and now. But like I said, now it is the Mr. Beast or who else? I don't follow all these TikToks. Jake, good example, Jake Paul. Who was
Yeah,
yeah, now he's gonna get his tail whipped by Mike Tyson in a couple of months before you're done. And I think a lot of these ladies, I think they're kind of tender about it. Like some ladies who I reached out say like they don't do a lot of social media. But the thing is, especially I think it's more of the older crowd, but truthfully, it's just I think they're kind of tentative about what's on social media. Like I said, you have to deal with the weirdos sometimes. You have to deal with
yeah,
the people who are abusive, who just like I said, like talk about, oh, we don't like women with muscle. We kind of offended. But his thing is, you don't like it. Why are you giving it any attention? There's something about it that it draws you. If something you don't like, this was it. I don't like
yeah.
something. I move on. I focus on something else. We have here my man Johnny Seven Bravo. He just came through. He says, uh, sup, y'all? Yeah, sup? Yeah, how you doing, brother? Thank you.
So,
What? Yeah, and like I said, this if you really like, I think was it some ladies who been fans of. They started getting more on social media. I remember was it that year when she had the ambassador program. LaDonna Day, who never had any IG, she put up an IG. I think she posted a few pics and stuff here and there. And I think you need to be really active. You just can't let it just go sit to the side for you. Other than just training videos or nights out or just stuff like that. Just let people know that you're real people.
yeah, it's just, here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's content. It's just content. And it's content that people want to know because, even when I was with Flex Magazine, they call me, they're like, hey, want to do an article on you? Like, where do you shop? Costco. Where do you go grocery shopping? Cub. Where do you, I mean, even at one point in time, Muscular Development came and did a day in the life on me. So they follow me around for 24 hours from the time I woke up, chiropractor, working out, because that's important because that's how you get to know us as pro athletes. You know what I'm saying? They see us on stage, but they want to be more in depth. And we all know publications out the window now. So the biggest thing now for people to track down their athletes or to follow their athletes is Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter. Those are the four powerhouses of social media. And if you don't have those, you are dead in the water because that tells. Here's the thing that I do know about the IFBB. They like people with followings. They like people who are out there. That's why. Think about it. The last 2 years they've had the fan favorite award at the Olympia. Remember, so they give a belt out now to the fan favorites. So they're listening to the fans as well. The fans get to go online and vote for who their favorite, who their pick is. I think Rolly Weekler won it last year. Um, I forgot who won it, or a couple years ago, I forgot who won it this year. It may have been Samson Dua who won it this last year. But now they have this fan favorite. Not only do you have the winner, but you have who is the fans' favorite to who they want to win, so it keeps them involved. You don't think that has nothing to do with social media? Because if you don't have a big social media following, I mean, hell, Samson Dua got a brand new McLaren this last year in England. Last year he posted going in because he was going to test drive some. He posted that last year when he went in they didn't treat him right. He walked out of there this year because they knew who he was, what he was about, his social media following, and gave him a goddamn $185,000 car because they understand that people are following him. People are going to go there. People are going to buy the cars. People are going to do this and other. And that's what social media is about. I forgot what The Rock makes per post on social media, like $1 million a post that he makes on social media. How crazy is that? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
the Kardashian, one of the Kardashians make a shit ton of money off of every post. You gotta understand. Sometimes some of these people with their influences, how many posts they make is how much money they make. So
Yeah,
it's just another source of revenue for these people.
yeah. Oh, we have my brother XA Gucci 23. He's in the stream. He says, "Salute George and panel. Thank you, brother. We just did a live stream yesterday. Also, we have here again Johnny Bravo again. He says, "Man, I used to love Flex magazine. Yeah, I used to love Flex magazine too, because you know what? That was for me as a coming up, especially as a small kid. It was my Playboys kind of the way. So it was
Yeah,
fun the way I remember. You remember one of the most I think most popular iconic is like the one with Kim Zavetsky and Linda Murray working out,
yeah.
in the black and white. That was,
Yeah,
oh,
I
yeah.
remember
I
that
mean,
one. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's too bad they don't do that anymore,
I
especially for
think
Well,
Bill
women.
yeah, because
Dobbins
they
did
had
that,
Muscle
right?
Fitness Hers. Remember, they had Muscle Fitness Hers back in the
Yeah,
day, and they don't have that anymore because publication has become dormant, and it's
hmm
unfortunate.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, what do you say? What you about to say, KL?
No, I said I think Bill Dobbins did that one. I'm not sure. I don't know the
Yeah,
black and white, but they working out.
yeah. It's I think I might have it somewhere in my collection. It's a classic. It's a Flex magazine. Flex is pretty good for the women. They I think Flex, Iron Man,
Yeah,
not as much Muscle and Fitness.
yeah.
They every now and then, but mostly Flex Iron Man were pretty good for it. Muscle Development was pretty good for women. I
They
still got
still
my
got
issue with
Flex magazine.
hmm?
Do they still got Flex magazine though?
Yeah, I think it's still around, but like I say, it's not as thick like it used to be. Those magazines used to be
Yeah,
like this thick, but now they're about that thick because they cut a lot of stuff out of it. They don't post a lot of competitions like they used to anymore.
yeah,
This is from my man Johnny says, "That's how I feel. I fell in love with Linda Murray."
yeah. Me too.
I mean, yeah, I think she's an amazing woman. I mean, I got a chance to see her. I know she was when I went to Savannah back in 2022 at Savannah Pro. I would love to have say talk to her, but I know she was busy when around to that. A man, he's out because he get his hair done, so we'll get back. But it is it's a double edged sword for women in social media. You have to cater to what is popular, but sometimes you want to keep your own identity. I think a lot of ladies they love doing posting stuff. Like I saw that you got an interview coming up with a lady, and
Oh
she
yeah,
is
yeah. Tina Trap, Tina Trap
yeah
Queen.
yeah
Yeah,
Tina. Her name is Christina Fernandez, or
Christina
they
Fernandez. Yeah,
yes they call it Tina Trap
yeah,
Queen. She is social media. She's on social media. Also, she's
yeah.
also on other platforms. She is a amateur competitor, and
Okay.
and she's also a mother. I think she has 3 or 4 kids, I believe.
Yeah, you know her more
Um,
than me. Shit, I was gonna be like, hey, want to tag along, but you know, it may. I don't know how long the interview gonna be. So
well, like I
because I
said,
was
I don't
trying to
have.
do research. No,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, like I said, we're going to jump in here into her social media and do a little research while we're here, and I help
Yeah,
you out to give you a head start. Like I said, she has
I was
she's
trying to do
called.
some research on her, but I just seen fitness model. She was on this YouTube. She was with this influencer and stuff. They was working out and all that stuff. So I was
Well, I
gonna
know a
look
while
into
back she competed in a show where she won. I think she got her national qualification. She used to
Okay.
just do both. She was mostly figure, but the last year she switched. It was double dipping figure and in physique. She's on quite a bit here.
Yeah.
Also, she did some photo sessions with the lady I did an interview with back, and that is if it's right here. She did some photo sessions with Lexa Stahl. You know,
Oh,
yeah, and I think and it's pretty good. And like I said, she does mostly a lot of photo stuff. She's also on a lot of other platforms. She
hello?
has a particular look about herself.
Oh,
I think she has a appealing physique.
yeah.
This is the show where it was I think it was can you
Yeah, I
her
seen that
coach
one. I picked
yeah
that
her coach
picture.
is is Ashley Jones. So that's something you can talk about.
Okay.
Actually, about Coach Ashley Jones. And this is
All
show.
right.
This show. I think it's a muscle contest show. I forgot the name of the show, but it qualifies her for I think regionals. I believe for not regional nationals. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, how come you ain't
yes,
reach out to her?
I have before, but sometimes I don't know. Like I said again,
Yeah.
you can't like make nobody do what you want to do. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't even know if she. Hopefully she show up. If she don't, whatever. But I told her that it's gonna be today. So
Yeah.
she
But
might
like I
she
said,
might see us at 7. So
yeah. But like I say, I think she has a particular look for her. I think like for a good while she was figure, but now
right.
she's been competing in physique a little bit. She did North Americans last year. I think she double dipped,
Okay.
and I think she's national qualified now, so she probably can do nationals or whatever show that's a pro qualifier. But
Yeah.
she like I said again, she's on social media a good bit.
Yeah.
She does a lot. She posts a lot of videos and stuff.
A
Sometimes
lot of
you
videos.
can't pay. You really get drawn to her because she has a
You
very
know,
mhm,
exotic physique. Exotic.
exactly, yeah,
She,
yeah, very
she,
like
she got other talents that I'm aware of. I was going to ask her how you develop that talent.
yeah. It's just
Yeah,
yeah,
I see her like one of her videos. She talk about how people harass her and say she looks like a man and so she's like she has like a rebuttal for it like if I look like a man, what makes if you don't have muscles and stuff like that? The average
yes,
thing bodybuilders say, but I'm
yeah.
not trying. I ain't trying to compete with her.
Yeah. This is from you know uh Johnny. He says she's a goddess. Yeah. The thing is,
Wow.
I think sometimes you can put these women too much of a high pedestal. And I've
Yeah, I
learned a
know.
lot. Yeah, I learned a lot since through this process. Like I said, I tell you, when you have women say they don't want to do interview, you move on. You
Right.
focus on the ones that want the attention, they want the recognition.
I don't. I, not to cut you off. I don't have a problem of moving on, but it's like all of them, like nearly a lot of them act like the way they act. Like it gets exhausted. Like you just kind of like want to just say F them and stuff like that, man. Just do something else. Cause it just like just exhausting. Like it can exhaust me at times. So I just kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna fall back. So I love them,
Yeah.
but at the same time, there's moments I don't like them. I'll be real.
Remember the English is like it's like the Prince song. I hate you, but I love you. I can't stand you because I
Yeah, man.
hate
I'm like,
you.
nah,
We
man.
got here from man Money J. He says, "Does anyone know anything about the Vancouver Island Pro athlete list attended? Not yet. I don't think you'll probably post it tomorrow. But I know a couple of names I confirmed. Gina Carvalho and also Michelle Boggs is going to do the show. We got here. We're going to bring back in again. The man Keith. He's still getting his hair done. He's
Sorry, I
getting,
had to get my hair washed, boys. I don't know if you guys want to hear all that shit.
yeah, yeah. I know you got to get prissy because you got to be pretty. You got to be pretty.
Don't be, why
I
you
remember
hating
one
on me,
time
big
I got my
bro?
hair braided before.
What?
I said, don't be hating on you, bro.
No, no,
You know
no,
I
no,
gotta look good
one of my characters, 60 Johnson. I just play head here. I don't hate that hate no more.
Hey,
Uh,
I gotta get right for your girl. You know, I'm guest posing in Detroit, so I gotta get ready for your girl Andrea Shaw. You know.
you know my rule. Keep your hands off her. Keep your hands off her. You can
We
you
may
you
do a
you you
routine
you,
together.
you do a fist punch, but no hugging, not no
Hey,
kissing.
I'm only hugging for you, bro. I'm only hugging her for you. You
Yeah,
know.
that excuse. That
Yeah.
excuse.
Hey, I don't
That
want to. Hey,
excuse.
look, I'm not trying to get punched out by Tina.
Yeah. You're like, I don't be like, you come up next time live, you're like, hey, George, I'm just like, this is my eye, like that, Yeah. So this is a comment for man. Money Jane says, is anybody doing the Vancouver Island show? Well, like I said, there's some names that drop, but the list, as you know, they usually wait till everybody putting their names in. I know of these three are women that are competing. One lady who we both been KL interview, Marina Van Geke, she's going to do the show. Michelle Bogdan, and also Gina Carvalho. The others, we got to wait till the list comes
Hey,
out.
George, not to cut you off, did you get the list for the New York Pro for women yet?
That list will not be till the next month.
Oh,
They will put it out to the yes in May. It won't be till next month. But I know Natalia Kovaleva is going to be doing it.
the champ.
Yeah, Ashley Jones, Lavinia Bottles.
Remember Julia Wetzel said she's jumping in.
Yeah, Julia's jumping in. I think Julia should try to do the Vancouver show because that might get a qualification.
Did she win the Vancouver or the Toronto show last year?
Toronto last year.
Okay.
Because Sherry won Vancouver. Then she took second to Natalia in New York.
Teresa lost to her in Toronto, right?
Yeah, Teresa lost to her in Toronto, and she should do. I would say, go ahead. It's close. Might well go ahead and do the Vancouver show. Or one lady who I know, Gabby Vega. She said she's not going to do the show, but Gabby took second to Teresa.
Yeah.
If I was her, and while you still strike where the iron's hot, go ahead and do Vancouver. Don't wait all the way till about June, July for Tampa, where you're on the West Coast. Vancouver's not too far from California. It'd be the better show to do, and you probably get your qualification like that. If there's no more other competitors.
I think sometimes people want to do shows back to back or closer to each other just because they want to hold on, because they're at their peak already, And usually if I do one show, the next show I go in, say if if I do two shows and I've done the New York Pro, the California Pro, another show, and the shows are close back to back, I like doing that just because I don't really have to change much. It may dry out a little bit, but that's about it. So, tighten up or whatever case may be, but I don't really have to change much. So that may be the reason why she's doing it.
Mm-hmm, yeah, but like I said, yeah, it'd be better for Julia and Gabby to try to do the show. They might get the qualification, then wait until all the way for Julia wait all the way to May. And if it's like I said, I feel like if Natalia come into shape she needs to be, it's gonna be between Ashley and Lavinia, depending who else comes in that show.
I'm
and like I said,
to see how Ashley comes into this show. I'm very interested because again, she's a girl that's moving over from women's physique to classic physique, or to not women's physique to women's bodybuilding. So I'm really interested to see what she puts together. If she can put her condition together, because we already know she has the size, it's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility because you know what, she did pretty good that year. That was the year when she made her physique debut. The same year your wife competed at Tampa.
Yep.
And she was second to the chick Linka, and then she beat Linka in Texas. And sometimes that's different. Sometimes, like what happened with Julia, she lost to Natalia in New York.
Yep.
Then no more than a week or two later, she beats Teresa in Toronto. It's sometimes it's just that you take that time to maybe bring conditioning, dry up a little bit, you look better. That's why I said like Gabby. I reach out to her. We might probably do an interview maybe sometime next week, or we'll reach out to her. That's why Gabby, I think she should try to do the Vancouver show because she took second to Teresa. Then that tells you that there's a good chance that you might win the show, even if because if it's just if you get like I said, like now as I know, it's Michelle Bogdan and Gina Cavallero. There might be 2 or 3 more women who will jump on because they feel like what, this is a chance that I might get Olympic qualification, so let me jump on this show. Because remember when I first had a show, was only one competitor, that was Eva Montgomery that first year, and then last year you had 8 women. I would say like this is a show that's not as it's not as big compared to the others, but it's a show that gets you Olympic qualification.
Are you talking about the Vancouver?
Yeah, because like I said, before we first had it was just women's bodybuilding and physique, and last year women's bodybuilding, physique, and wellness. I don't know if they're gonna add any more shows. I gotta wait till the list comes out and see. I think he might usually, Keith usually will drop the names to like a Bob Lee till later this evening or tomorrow.
What'd you say?
They usually don't drop the names till later this evening or
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, because
Kale,
the IFBB used to tell us we had X amount of time before we had to turn in, but now everybody jumps and shows the day of shit these days. The day before the show and just jump in the show and send a contract off to the IFBB as long as as long as their card is up to par, is up to date.
yeah. And so, like I said, it's just like I said, these shows. I would say, like I said, they're on social media a good bit. I know the Vancouver Island show. I used to when the last year when I was promoted on my IG, they even took my like the stories you posted, they would even taking it, copying it, and posting it onto their in their stories because someone was talking about it. That helps them too because
I mean, but
even though
here's
I
the
am not a
question:
big
how
platform like
many of these promoters do we actually like? The Vancouver Pro. I mean, men or women, for men or women's sake. How many of these shows do we actually see promoted on social media?
not as many other than Honest Winter Classic,
Exactly.
you know. So most of the
That's
time,
the
like
problem.
Triple O
Cruiser
has their own.
Strength does it. The IFBB is starting to do it a little bit, but the promoters themselves have to be the ones that go on social media and promote these shows in order to get people to draw people to the shows and to get people in the shows. Like I was just watching the Detroit Pro this weekend, and they did a phenomenal job. It was crazy. The venue was awesome. They had a star-studded line of pros and the pros there uh, promoting the show and everything else. So, I mean, they did a phenomenal job. Promoting the Detroit Pro this weekend. The Pro-Am, excuse me. Those are the Pro-Am.
Hmm. I think what was it? What was the divisions of this show?
Um, I don't know as far as the women. I know the men's was the open men was the big deal. Um, but it was a pro-am, so it had all the classes for the women. I just don't know how many classes they had for the women. But
Well,
we
I'm
know that
just
they have women's pro bodybuilding or women's physique. That's for sure.
yeah. So that thing is, I think it's because it's a new show. Maybe more promoters will try to add on those divisions next year. You know,
Well, again,
uh,
we talk about the sanction fees by the IFBB that you got to pay. Not only do you got to pay, then you got to pay the sanction fees, and then you got to pay the athletes who win the show. So I think for women, it's usually the top three. For men, the top five.
yeah. And the thing is that if the promoters have more sponsors, like it might add like division. Like okay, one thing I think what could help Triple O Dynasty is to keep it exclusively an all ladies show. They add bikini and wellness. The sponsors would jump onto it because those are the two popular divisions for right now, especially wellness.
True.
That would bring in money.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and also like I said again, I noticed the certain shows that do have the old IG tag. So I tag them in IG when I make a post on them. Like the Triple O. Also, the Bev Francis show, the New York Pro, Toronto Pro. Alina, her show, it started. I think it's more part of Venus Strength more than it is its own show. But many others, you got to realize social media is important because most people, like I said, you're not going to catch a lot of stuff on television. Because television is like I said, like Raheem said, it's a dying platform. That's why they focus on social media like Facebook, IG, Twitter, TikTok. I mean, it's a way just to get attention because most people like be on more on their phones than actually watching television.
Well, here's a prime example. OJ just passed away, right? And they were saying this on ESPN. They go, "Can you imagine in that era when OJ was going through that trial shit, if TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and all that
That would
shit
have
was
been crazy.
existed then? How crazy it would have been." See, think about it.
No,
It'd
that
have
would have
been
been nuts.
crazy. It'd have been
Yeah, it'd have been
absolutely
nuts.
bananas. They were just covering that shit on the news. So imagine if you got Twitter, TikTok. I mean,
Yeah.
shit. Look what 50 Cent's doing to P Diddy right now on fucking social media. He's murdering them. You
Yeah,
know, so think about how huge social media is. It's huge.
yeah. You were saying something, KL? You say, yeah.
No, I was just saying what Keith was saying about OJ. Like if it was like if he was on social media at the time of that murder
How
trial.
crazy would that have been? That'd have been funny.
Yeah, I remember that shit. It was on like they were showing more than like it was there. Like even like the like if it was like a TV show on and interrupted for
Yeah.
it was there. It was there. Just to make it short, it was there.
Yeah, because I
But that
remember
just
I
tells
was
us,
like,
the world of social media, and how, in my opinion, I'm, what the funny thing is, I'm just seeing Tyler Mannion. If you notice, if they have now IFBB, and they start talking about, which is cool because now Tyler Mannion goes on, and he does his, like, the Olympia, start off with the Olympia, and he was like, they did the comparisons to the top three, and we're explaining what they're looking for. So now the IFBB are not even starting to get on board because I remember one comment he made. He's like, people say you have to, if you're to beat the champ, you have to knock him out. And Tyler's like, no, you don't have to knock him out. You just have to be better than him. So now the IFBB is starting to understand the social media platform for them to get more athletes involved and explaining. Like, I thought it was cool because they were like, comparing Samson, Hade Kupa, and some other person. They were comparing the three, oh, Derek. And they're comparing the three. They go, this is what we're looking for as judges. So now these girls and these guys, and me being one of the competitors, can be like, oh, so that's what they're looking for. Oh, when I turn to the side, I need to do this because what we think we're doing sometimes is not what we need to be doing. And now they've created a platform so to get these athletes to pay attention. Says, you really want to know what the judges want? This is what the judges want. Now, is it true? I mean, who knows? But at least they're creating that platform for these athletes to be able to understand what the judges are looking for. So, and that's social media. If you go to the IFBB channel once a week, Tyler Mannion
hello, hello. I think we lost him. He might come back here.
He might
Oh,
come
hey,
out.
hey, yeah, he might come back. He has that. Okay, here you go. We just lost you for a second, big bro. We just got somebody that came in. We got the female Bobby channel said just say hi, and I believe that is JB. Yo, JB, I saw
JB,
your pictures, brother.
JB.
Yeah, I think it's usually JB because AJ is not as he's over in Germany, where that's his home country
Yeah.
where he's from. He's
Oh, that's where he's
was
from.
yeah, he's doing he's doing a lot of taking photos and pictures at the FIBO, which is kind of like one of the it's like kind of like the
Was
biggest
he a
ship of
bodybuilder? I was a
no
competitive bodybuilder before.
no JB is a content maker. He does
No,
videos and stuff
AJ.
like that.
That's what I mean. I'm talking about
Oh AJ,
AJ.
I don't think AJ ever competed. He's a big dude, but I don't think he ever competed.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like when the whole OJ thing blew up, it just really opened up really a lot of attention to the news channels grew out of that
Yeah.
because it was something different, something that wasn't seen, especially and I think also that gave birth to the internet
Yep.
because
Yeah.
internet was just starting up really slow, but then I think something like OJ and other stuff that was going on, it really pushed it to the forefront a little more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was huge. I mean, now that's our world is revolved around social media. Our whole entire world. I mean, hell, they had to get Donald Trump off that bitch. Remember when he was well up? They had to block him from
They
like
banned
fucking
him. Yeah.
Twitter and
They banned
Instagram.
him.
Yeah, because they understood how powerful those platforms were for him.
Yeah.
And so they're
Yeah,
like, oh, we can just push a button, take him off, delete, block him, put him on
yeah,
suspension for a while. I mean, George, we've seen that with YouTube, with Chelsea, and other people. You know how,
yeah,
a simple click of a button shuts that shit down real quick.
yeah. I think Chelsea had to start all over again because what it was what the information I found out because she was promoting a certain product and that probably goes against, as you know, YouTube. As you went, YouTube started out, it was like, you know, it was Dodge City, anything goes. But
Yeah.
now, because it's a business and it wants to be more family friendly, like, you know, like some of my stuff, like some of my videos I posted, I had to put adult restrictions on it. I get a warning if so often say, hey, we gotta warn you because that's against adult restrictions. But I'm not putting out anything
Really?
more than anybody else. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, there's videos of chicks twerking on YouTube, but my stuff, I have women wearing suits and stuff like that. Sometimes they're not even all the way naked, but
All
They'll
the
there's
show
wild
Cardi
shit
B.
that's on YouTube, and they worried about some chick wearing a swimsuit. Really?
They'll, they'll
that's double
show
standard.
Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion kissing each other, tonguing each other down and stuff. And they,
That's
Yeah, that's
that's
what I'm
different. That's
saying.
celebrities. They bring money. That's revenue. They won't mess with people that bring them
Hey,
money.
they're YouTube was actually paying them.
But
they
like I
ain't
said, I
paying
was
For
me.
their
They,
views.
they ain't paying me.
now you got to get monetized. I'm now feeling I want to get monetized. There's just a lot of hoops. But like I said, I wish I could get to JB. He's over there, feeble as he is. He's hanging out.
JB,
He's hanging with my girl. But then I was looking through the social media. I saw this picture, and you know what, JB, we got a problem now, brother. What you do? What you? Hey,
leave
JB.
them alone.
Hey, no. I can't.
She don't
What you?
mind, but she doesn't mind. She, you know,
No. I
she
said
going
she
along
don't
with
mind.
it.
No.
She going along with it. You can't get mad at
No.
JB.
I mind.
That
I
ain't
You're
got a
gay.
funny,
problem.
George.
I got a problem. We were cool at first, JB. I was cool with this at first. You know, she was here. You
But
got
she
them two
going
girls. We
along with
cool.
it.
Okay,
She
all
going
right.
along with it.
But then you
Hey, how
come
far are
on.
you from Detroit, bro?
Yeah, he's always they're already in Germany, so I can't do nothing right now. I'm a good ways from Detroit. But no, JB,
JB,
I cool. I'm cool with you, JB. I know you love these ladies just as much as I do, and you get I
You
appreciate
just love the
you and
ladies, dog. That's all.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Him and AJ. I appreciate the advice they gave me as a content maker. I appreciate that, and it's good that we as content makers should also like. I get KL on here because he's a content maker, and we talk about the stuff we got to do, the hoop jumps we got to do. You know, we like ladies like this. We're not trying to kiss your ass, but at the same time, we're not going to kick you in the butt too. We like I said, we want to give y'all a platform where you feel comfortable. That's why I have a Facebook channel called the Lions Den Female Bodybuilding Community where I post stuff. That's why I tell people, hey, you want to come on, post stuff, post some news, stuff like that, pics and videos, stuff like that. You know, mostly me, but if so often, someone posting stuff on it. My channel where I do interviews, I do make content because no one's talking enough about you. You know, it's a slow process. You do this, you have to really love what you do. You have to be passionate about it. You just can't just after a while. I know there's times where say, you know what, I will say fuck it, just keep on this rolling. Let me do something else. But I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
And I like talking about like I like talking to people like Keith, his wife. I like talking to people like I'm still talking to people like Monica Perez, who I'm still cool with. Eunice, who is a great lady, who she often sends me links and she tags me in them and I post it in my social media. People who I just start getting to know. Just a while ago, a lady who I did an interview while back sent me a picture of hers. I'm gonna post it later on my in my stories on IG. She had to send it
I
to me, or
got
she sent
you.
me anyway.
Well, and
And
here's the funny thing, George. Like when you did that live at the Triple O and you went live and you brought me in, there was people that I've seen that has jumped in there, and that just tells you how big social media was. That won't jump on here, but jumped in there because it's a different audience. It's crazy, right?
mhm. Yeah, and like I said, that's why like my post, I might say, hey, I post this thing out here. Hey, you ladies want to come on? I want to get your voice. But sometimes we watch like that time we were doing that live, we were talking about what was we talking about Triple O. Yeah, and then Natalia was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was her exactly. Maybe it's somebody who runs her YouTube channel, but it would be great to have her. Actually, I'm not a big fan of her person, like I said again, but it'd be great to have her on because like to get that person opportunity, like the person that whose name I do not speak of. I reach out to her, but she lacks testicle fortitude. You know, um, it's just about giving you ladies the opportunity, a chance to explain yourself, share your story, let people know that you're human too. And you got responsibilities. You got a household, you got kids, you got a husband, You got things you do, the things you've gone through that most people not think you go through because you're just not like the everyday person. This is from a man James
He's
Henry.
trying
Shout
to
out to James
humanize
Henry.
them.
Yeah, he said facts. Appreciate that. And also, this is from a man. Money J says, I agree. Junior should do the Vancouver Island Pro instead of New York because it's too stacked with those three dangerous women that could take over the show in New York: Natalia, Lavinia, and Ashley. Yes, because I remember I was that last year. Emily Sherbert, she did New York, and she did Pittsburgh. I would have skipped New York. Then she got her Olympic qualification at Omaha. You tell you the truth, I would have skipped New York and Pittsburgh, knowing that at the time the current Miss Physique champion Natalia was there. It, the judge is going to go with her, and she's on social media. She has a lot of social media platforms. She's on YouTube.
Well,
She has
I think
IG.
part of it was Julia said and had said on her social media that she had got the judges' feedback and she knew what she needed to do. So I think she, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think she was very far off. I think it was a close race. I think, like we said, when she turned around from the back, she wasn't as hard as she was from the front, and that's sometimes can be some some minor tweaks that are not big of a deal that her and her, I think is her husband,
Her husband.
Ryan,
I think yeah, that's her
Ryan
husband.
think that they can fix. But that's gonna, like you said, that's gonna be a big pill to swallow with having a defending champ, which we don't know what we're gonna get from her, and then Ashley Jones, who's this new young gun coming into this women's scene of bodybuilding. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's
Because
really wait to see.
with Ashley Shapes, I think, man, she's gonna be that dark horse for sure.
Yeah, because I mentioned because I mean she like I said I think she just turned 32, 33. She has probably a good career. Stay healthy and follow your diet. I remember I posted on this as a picture of her. It was that one where her and here with her and uh you know
Margie,
Margie, and you look at it. Like I said, even though it's two different divisions, they're not too much far apart.
man,
Yeah, I mean, only thing that Margie got over is that Margie's quads are way bigger, but Ashley's condition is just a little better.
yep.
I even posted on my IG. Margie didn't like that, didn't like it, but hey, you don't compete anymore, so
She
you don't
didn't
need,
like it.
no, she didn't like it.
Why?
I don't know, her personal reasons or whatever. But Ashley, she's on social media. She has a great look to her, great physique. She has
Where's
a
she
good
from, Georgia?
personality.
Where's she from?
She lives in Texas.
Texas.
hmm And right there, Texas is a growing mecca. This is where someone should do this. If they're going to add women's bodybuilding to the Texas Pro, someone should. I mean, I think the Triple O Dynasty should probably move to Texas because like with this year. Remember we talked about how the whole thing was going on with the tournaments in
Yep.
Arizona. Yeah, that was a busy time. Texas, that'd be a place to go. It'd be still close to the West. And I know there's a lot of like people like Mayla's there. Mayla's in Texas. She probably would love to have a show closer to her. Some other ladies who I've done interviews with who are pro female bodybuilders, that might be one lady I know. That might be a great debut for her in Texas. You
Who,
know,
Mela?
no, this is another lady I did interview a while back. She turned
Oh,
pro a
okay.
couple years ago, and she had made her debut yet. We were in contact for a good bit, but we hadn't talked in a good while. But it's just that it's important to try to put yourself out there. And like I said, it's a risk. I would say it's a risk. But if you're not willing to risk, you're not willing to win. You know, you
Facts.
can't be. Yeah, you can't be
I
afraid
don't
of.
think they
Okay,
can.
yeah. Like I said again, my favorite quote is, "Why do we fall? Could we learn to pick ourselves up?" You know,
Well, I think
and
Ash. I told you. I said this before. Ashley Jones got the best advice, and I think that put her food through the door was Andrea Shaw saying, "Girl, you need to come over to women's bodybuilding because I think you could do some things." And I think I'm telling you, everybody talking about Natalia, but you better watch out for this Ashley Jones chick. I'm telling you, because I think she. I mean, the question is that look, George. Maybe you could do this sometime for me. That picture of Margie, what she was pissed off about, slide her out and put Natalia in with Ashley in that picture. I would love to see that comparison.
Well, let me do something real quick. I think I might
going
find
like going into the New York Pro, putting Natalia's look from last year next to that picture that you just showed me of her and Margie. That'll be interesting.
I think I can find something like that. There's a guy who I know. He posts stuff on here. I don't follow him on my other. I do follow him on my other IG. And let me see. I think I could find something like that. Let me see. Give me a minute. But yeah, I think there's not that much difference between Ashley and Natalia. Let me see if I can find it. I think I've seen it. Ooh, I know I've seen it. Give me a minute, folks. Talk amongst yourself. But I do right here.
I just think she has a great look. I'm just interested why Margie was mad. It's like you retired, so who gives a shit?
Well, sometimes some people don't like to be. I reach out to for her for interviews, but she never responded, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But here, that's Ashley. You can see the progress here. She publicized. This is from the women's edit. Women's edit. That's on women's bodybuilding edits. Shout out to him. He also goes by a guy named Roy. Used to be on here. Used to be one of my followers. We had a little falling out a while back. And then here's another one with Ashley. And she's really is evolving and growing.
I'm gonna make my projection now. Ashley wins the New York Pro. I'm making my prediction now.
Yeah, I think she possibly win. I know I saw. Yeah, I saw it here somewhere. It was a picture, but I will probably, I might think about. I might make one. I'll make one if I can. But I know I saw it. But here's this one here. This is one he posted of Natalia and Lavinia, and these two. This could be, if Ashley does not maybe win the show, I think it's going to be a battle between the Russian and the Brazilian.
This girl right here.
Yeah, that's Lavinia.
Let me tell you, by the pictures that we've just been looking at of Ashley and her making her pro debut, and I don't know Ashley, but her making her pro debut and coming into women's bodybuilding, she about to smash some bitches. Seriously. Because she has a point to prove, and I think Andrea being in her ear, and man, come on, quit playing.
Yeah,
I think here's the thing: shapes alone, her shapes alone,
Yeah, if she, like I said, and also if she comes in good condition, because the one thing about Natalia, I think one thing that hurts Natalia is her giant balloons. It's one thing if you get them like a moderate size, but we get to the point where it overtakes your overall physique, it can be distracting.
And like I said, as a judge, it's just not appeal. I'm like, when I see it, it's just like, it's almost annoying. It's like, you got to fucking show your ab pose. You got to lift up your tits. You shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to lean back, show your abs, but you got the damn things like the size of buoys in the ocean. It's like just, it just makes no sense whatsoever. I don't even understand why girls get boobs that big. I just doesn't make any sense to me.
Sometimes the guy who's paying for them, that's who got them.
Isabel. I would say Isabel. Her.
Ashley.
No, who's the girl?
Alicia.
And then the girl from Italy who doesn't compete anymore with the big
Barbara Carini.
Huh?
Yeah, Barbara Carini.
Oh man,
just ridiculous.
They.
What did you say, KL?
No, I know what you're talking about. her lips were the one with the big lips, and
Yes.
yeah, she's from Italy. Okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's
She what
ridiculous with that, man.
she I think
Because the
she I remember
last time
that
I
year.
seen her, she had did the Omaha and that place in the top five, and then after that, she kind of just ghosted out and disappeared. And I heard she's
What
on
she
Pornhub now and all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, because I think she said that she feel like she wasn't placing so well. I think the last time she competed was the in 2019, I believe, 2018.
Yeah.
And after that, she said she quit it. I even saw a post and stuff said, "When you think about competing?" Said, "Nah, she's done." This is for a man, Stephen Prey. He says, "Lavinia is dangerous." Yeah, and she's young too. She's probably right now one of the youngest women competing. I think she's just 27, about to be 28. And
Lavinia placed what at the Olympia this last year?
she didn't compete in Olympia since 2022. She
Okay.
was 15th right behind Don Salib.
Okay.
But she won her qualification at the Romanian Muscle Fest last year.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was a show where Anastasia Korbaleva took,
Yeah.
I think, second. And that's one. She's on Anastasia. She's on social media a good bit. She's really her English is a lot better. When she first started, English wasn't too good, but she
Yeah.
posts a lot of stuff. And I follow her. She has a particular look. One problem is I don't think she can. If she does a show, I think maybe I don't know visa issues because she's Russian and all that. She can't compete in Olympia. And there's the other Anastasia Levinova. Her husband. He talks up a good game. I got kind of pissed away about the whole thing about calling Andrea Shaw a paper champion, but your wife can't compete in a show. She can't come to the States.
What the
Even if she
fuck? He
did.
called a paper champion? What?
Yeah. It was an interview with this is the one I think Raheem has talked about how a lot of people got mad with it. I got mad because you're calling my favorite world paper champion. I even commented on it. He said something. I said, what, I'm not gonna preach this guy. I'm gonna block him. I should have not. But you know how it is. I'm very
So
oversensitive
what was
about
the content
Andrea.
of the conversation?
Well, he's talking about how his wife can come in and do this and do that. But like I said again, your wife did get qualification one year, but she couldn't even compete. So I think it was during this time of the virus. And then she took second at a show where there was only two competitors, and that was in Portugal.
You have a picture of this girl?
Yeah, let me pull it up. Anastasia Lebanova. Let me see let me set this up. She has she's kind of like she's kind of built like that girl that who just competed at the
Triple O?
yeah, like Martina. She's short and she's thick. And she's her condition's a little better. We'll pull up here. And here she is. That's Anastasia Levinova. And she's kind of like she's on the shorter end, but she's got a good amount of muscle. And, I think she was an ambassador 2 or 3 years ago.
Hey,
She looked,
what we say. Everybody looks good by themselves, so they got to stand next to the champ.
Yeah, I think let me see. There should be a picture of her from the. Wait a minute. I think it's a fan. No, this is a fan thing. No, it's not. It should be her. This is a fan. Um, page site. Let me see if I can find. Let's see. It should be here somewhere. All right, there it is. That's the right one. Because that's the fan one. And that's the husband right here. That dude. He was the one, talking that. Yeah, he had crazy tattoos on his face. Any dude's got tattoo in his face, they have some mental issues.
You know what? The funny thing is, this guy came in the gym today. He had I swear, I'm not even lying. I can't even make this up. He came in with a gallon of milk and tattoos all over his face. I said, who fucking walked?
That's crazy. Who drinks
Gallon
milk?
of milk.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But like I said, I would say she has a physique comparable to Martina Lopez. They're short, thick. Martina's got to work on her conditioning. You know, I think we lost a man again. There he is. Yeah. Wait, this is for. Wait a minute. We can't hear you.
She's
Can't hear him.
4'11", 4'11".
Yeah, he's 4'11. And also, which show will Mila Ash do? You think? I don't know. Mila, as you know, she had that accident uh just a while back, and she might need time to recover because that was like right after she came back from Romania. We had that accident, so maybe she might do a show. She might try to do Atlanta again, where she won her title the last time, or she might try to do Tampa or maybe Chicago. It's all dependent. Or she might wait to and do the show in California, Anaheim. But like I said, like I said, she has a nice physique. I gotta give her a nice body.
Yeah.
But if she wants a shot at the champion, she has to be able to come to shows and make it. You gotta travel.
And you
So
said and you said that she can't compete in the Olympia.
well, that's the thing is she can't compete in Olympia because the fact is she can't get a visa because she's
Oh,
Russian. I think she moved. Her and her husband moved from Russia to Romania or someplace because this whole thing
is
with the
it
whole thing
because of
going
the
on.
war? The
Yeah,
Russian and
yeah,
Ukraine? Oh,
a lot of Russian athletes and competitors are like you remember the lady we
oh,
interviewed,
that's right.
Oksana?
Okay.
Yeah,
The
she was going to do
U.S.
Romania.
ain't really U.S. is not really supporting Russia on because
No,
of Ukraine.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
And
get
remember
it.
we did even with Oksana. Oksana said she was going to try to do the Masters of Olympia, but there was an issue with her visa. Even though she lived here in the States, she couldn't go to Romania and do that show. You
I don't even remember that, George. But
Yeah. Well, she took she told me she's working on a visa, but because I think the reason why they didn't let her do the show in Romania because of the whole thing with Russia. But she's been living in the States for over nearly 20 years, I believe. Uh,
yeah.
Hella Trevina now has a interesting haircut now. Yeah, I've seen Hella's haircut. He says, "This is new for Hella." Yeah, she has a new look now. I think I
She
think it
look
works for her.
okay. I mean, she look
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah,
prefer like the long hair a little bit, but
yeah. Maybe she might wear a wig when she competes. Yeah, this is just
it don't
her
make
for.
sense. Like, why cut the hair? Like, if you're gonna do all that, I don't get that one.
Well, Helen didn't have much hair anyway. She
No.
didn't cut hair. She didn't have much hair anyway. You know,
Yeah.
uh,
No.
yeah.
Or probably that was a wig I seen. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. She mostly wears. Back in the day, she used to have her hair was a lot more curlier.
Oh,
It
I
was
didn't.
like if
Yeah,
you,
matter of fact, yeah, I remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
And after a while, because some ladies use certain, your pads, it does affect your hair. She's right now. She's
Yeah.
in Brazil. She did an interview with Glenn. She's in Brazil right now, and right there she's working out with Tina. I'm sorry, Gina Cavallero. And so Gina's going to be doing the Triple O show, and wish her best of luck. And this might get a qualification. She's traveling around the world, hella. So
Yeah.
she's here sitting. She's sitting in the airport eating. You know, I mean, she's keeping busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might go to New York, bro. I was looking at the prices. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about
Well, do it because you get. See, the show's not till I think. When is the show? Let me pull up real quick. When is the New York Pro? Let me see the schedule. See pro schedule. You get at least another 2 weeks. You
two
know,
weeks.
I would say you can do maybe hit the um finals.
Let me
That's at
see.
night. Yeah,
Yeah,
you hit
eight
the finals at
o'clock. I
night.
think it starts at, yeah, 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
the
live
the
in
pre-judging
Brooklyn,
starts
and
eight.
then
The pre-judging starts at eight
nah, I was
o'clock.
yeah, I and then sometimes I got other things to go going on, and so. Then I have to know where I have to know how to get there when I'm in New Jersey or something. Probably somebody told me that I would have to pass the George Washington Bridge and and then take a Uber or something like that. Do Uber and then I'll get over there. Because I gotta
Well,
take the train to Times Square or something like that. And
mhm,
then I'm not sure. I gotta Google that. So but I'm
mhm.
thinking about it. I'm thinking about
Well, like I say, you got a month. You got about a month. That
it.
because it's
Yeah.
not till the 18th. That give you time. I think with me and Keith, we're trying to get in here. Something wrong. Keith, check. Maybe you got on mute because we can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you. You know, he probably he's there,
Yeah,
but
he go through these phone problems.
he might need a stronger data. But but
Yeah. What phone
you
well
know.
you wouldn't know.
Well, we're not going to wait too much longer. Like I said, we'll probably head out if he doesn't come back in another 2 more minutes, then we'll probably head out. I think if he because like I said, he's working with his hair. Get his hair done. He got to look pretty because he got his guest poster
Yeah.
coming up. And Keith, I tell you, don't put your hands on my woman. I'm telling you, I'm warning you, brother. I'm gonna have to go to Kansas to talk to you. I'm gonna have a long conversation. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool. But again, ladies out there, if you are actually watching this video, we're talking about you in social media. Try to understand you are in a small niche of a sport. And in order to get recognition, you have to put in the work. And social media is the thing where a lot of people are getting into, the platforms. I know some ladies who just have IG. Some ladies have several platforms. They have Facebook, they have IG, they have TikTok, they have YouTube, they have, you know, X, as formerly Twitter. They have because they want to be, get on top of everything. You know, like when I make my careers videos, I always put their links in the description of the video because might want to follow this person, check them out, and see, get to know them. I remember one lady told me that when I did a video about her, she her followers increased. She picked up more
Yeah,
followers. Yeah,
that's
she
cool.
told me that because I did a video about her. She say, hey, I just got some more followers because she was a competitor back in the day, and she doesn't compete much anymore, and she has a YouTube channel, and she said, hey, people started following me again. Yeah, she has a great physique.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, this is from James Henry says, what kind of hairstyle Keith is getting? He's getting braided. I think this is here. I don't know. He's popped in, but I don't know what's going on. It might be something with it. But Keith, brother, if you can hear me, we're not gonna be on much longer. I think we're like I say we're gonna probably duck out. Next time, go to like a Starbucks. they got they got a strong Wi-Fi. We just like I said, you just it's a struggle sometimes. Social media, I can tell you. But here is the thing about social media. As I said again, it's a double-edged sword. It's about what kind of content you want to put out for yourself. This is for you, and this is for you to get attention and get recognition and and just get to be accepted because you know what, this is a tough sport. And I would say that this, I would tell you, try to understand. It's it again, this is a niche sport, and you really got to find what works for you. And also, yes, you got to deal with some of the weirdos out there because there are weirdos. You have the haters. There's guys who are too much of the fans. I have ladies who told me that they had guys they had to block because they just got too involved. But at the same time, you got
Like
people
what
like
you mean
myself,
involved? Like too involved? Like asking
just
them they want to go out with them or something.
yeah, or stuff like that, or just some weird or just some weird shit. You
Oh,
Really, I like I said again. be cautious of who you're dealing with. But
Yeah.
at the same time, don't be afraid to take a risk. If you are one who say, you know what, let me start my YouTube channel. And I know ladies who are doing interviews have YouTube channels, like recently Maria Lieberman. She's did an interview with Art of Muscle, and also she
Yeah.
also just started posting on her social media. She even did a live. A couple ladies who have also started following, saying, yeah, they really started to really try to get attention for themselves on their social media. But
Right.
like I said, you have to put the work in. This is from my man Money J says Martina Lopez is someone to watch for in the future. Yeah, I think she should have just do this. I think Martina should have took the year and really worked on her conditioning. She has a good physique. It's just bringing in that conditioning. And I would say this to any good competitor out there: if you're not social media savvy, do this. You got kids, if you got friends, young friends, like you got nieces and nephews, they can help you. They can help you with your social media. I had one lady to say she think about do more on YouTube. And I told her,
Right.
well, you got a couple of grown kids. They can help you because these kids now they've been doing, like, think about it. A lot of these millennials, the children
Yeah.
that grew up and born around about the 2000s, grew up on social media.
Yeah.
They know a lot of this stuff. And if you really want to expand yourself, reach out to them. Like, tell your kids, hey, you think you help me with this? Like, I'm gonna do a video. Like, you post all your stuff on Facebook and on IG, but it's not that hard with YouTube. You get, like, one thing, you do videos. You don't cost you. You won't take like you don't have to do like a half a minute video. You can do a two or three minute video. Also, you can post in your community section, and also, if you really much brand yourself, that really helps you. And also you got to really accept the fact that this is a kind of, you know a tightrope what you want to put out there. Just got a message from my man Big Key, says, okay, see you next week. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you, and see you. Okay, thank you. And okay, I appreciate it. Um, like I said, uh really, folks, this is why we do stuff like this. And you ladies out there, if you want to know something, you listen to us grassroots fans of you ladies. Us guys who are in the trenches, who follow you on social media, guys who make content on social media, reach out to us. We're glad to help you. Because the fact is, you do need the help. This is, like I said, this is a sport where there's a lot of work to it. And you really need people like me and KL, and I won't say need, but people like me and KL who are fans, who want to promote you, want to get your recognition, wants for the world to know who you are. It takes these grassroots, like a lot of things. It does take grassroots fan base to bring up this sport a little more. You reach out to the promoters and the sponsors, and you guys out there who are fans, do something. Don't be complaining about this and that. Why I don't have this and that and this and that? You got to do something. All right.
I gotta start putting the links on the videos. But see, I'm on my phone and stuff. That's why, you know,
That's why I keep
I
telling
gotta
you,
do a
get yourself a decent computer, and it helps.
yeah, I know that it's gonna take a while. I
Yeah.
mean, I could still use my computer. I just can't use it on StreamYard. I can still use it, but I gotta
Well,
turn it on and
like I said, the links I post them in, because StreamYard's connected to your YouTube channel, and you just post the links in. You just go to YouTube channel, post link. I don't post. I just, all StreamYard do is just to set up
run that
the
by me
link.
again. You use the StreamYard to
Where you want to post a link, since you're on YouTube, you can post it from your YouTube channel. You just go into your
okay.
studio, copy and paste the link, you know, and put it into the description of the YouTube video.
Do what the IG page though. That's what I'm saying. With the
With IG, you can't. All you can do is just put the link in, and they got to copy that. But with YouTube, for they can click the link, you can take and copy the they can copy just copy the link. You can post it in the description of the YouTube link.
Oh
You
no,
know,
oh no, no, I'm not talking about that. I know about that. Like, yeah, yeah. I was thinking about how, like, copy the IG page
well, with
for,
IG,
you know,
it won't. It only way the link can be clicked on is if you put in the stories. Like I just in my interview, what I
yeah,
said the thing for my interview with Lindsay. I post a pitch. I go in. I click in. It says the part of the story says link, and you just copy and
yeah.
paste the link from from the YouTube into into the story part, and you post it in that with just straight in the posts. Or just going to show the link, but you can't click the link. You can copy it. You can copy the link, and you can take it and you can click it into the what's the face. But on IG, you only time you can really have connecting link if you put it into your story part, and then
Yeah.
you just go into the story part which shows links, said link, and you'll paste the link, and then boom, it'll pop right there with the picture.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we post it on your IG. It's just gonna have the link there. Somebody can copy the link and paste it, copy and paste it.
Yeah, I
We got here.
know. I know.
Yeah. We got here. From my man. Angela Noah has potential. She could. She should come to the U.S. Shame she doesn't have a visa and the whole war thing. Well, that's how it is. You got to blame Russia. They just feel like they, want to push it some other people's country, not minding their damn business. But folks, like I said again, if you are a competitor and you're not social media savvy, even I wasn't that well. I mean, it took me a while to get a hold on social. I'm still learning. It's a learning process. You know, just like I said again, if you have family, like especially young kids, like especially teenagers, 20-something-year-olds, even kids as old as 10 are more savvy with social media because they grew up in the social media era. They can help you out. You know, there's people out there who there's even tutorials on YouTube where to teach you how to work on social media. It's like I said, it's a thing that's really it's a machine. And it's a machine. If done right, you can really have success with it. So, anything else, brother, we got to say, or we're gonna head out? Like I said, it's about supper
No,
time for me.
no, we might as well head out because I hear that voice calling me. So, you know,
Yeah,
but I appreciate you, inviting me to your podcast, man. I really appreciate it. You know, it's a
yeah.
privilege.
Well,
So,
you're welcome. I'm gonna like I said, your interview's coming up. What time is your interview?
it's supposed to be 7 o'clock, so,
So, folks,
yeah.
I'm going to do this. I am going to jump over here on YouTube a bit because I'm going to find, let's see, the link, and I'm going to post it in the comment section. So, if you're interested, and check it out, KL's interview with Tina Fernandez, aka the Tina Trap Queen. It's going to be 7 o'clock. That's another couple hours so away. Let's hope. Like
Yeah.
I said, sometimes, I know how it is. Sometimes these girls can be kind of flaky. They may not want to come in or come on,
Yeah.
whatever. But if you want to check it out, I'm gonna post it in the comment section here in the live stream. I'm waiting for it to come up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Let's see.
I
And
appreciate
I
that.
was
I gotta go
not
though,
a
but
problem.
thanks. All right, man.
Not a problem, brother. Not a problem. So,
Till
folks,
next time.
shout. Yeah, next time. Shout out to my man KL the Wanderer. Thank you for coming through, brother, and giving your thoughts and sharing with us. Like I said, give me a second. Hey, it's always something. It's so I need a faster computer. But where is it? I'm going to pull it up in a bit. So it's just so there he is. I am going to. I'm right in his and I'm gonna say it's gonna go live. And here it is. It's notification. It's gonna be 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 6 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Mountain, and 4 o'clock Pacific. So if you want to check out KL's interview with the lovely Mrs. Tina Christina. We love Miss Christina Fernandez, or aka Tina Trap Queen. I'm going to put it in the description of this live stream, and just mark it. You can mark it, for later if you're on YouTube, and so support from KL. He can use support. I know as a content maker myself, I like when people support my content and give me recognition. I respect them. So, folks, and also while I'm here, I'd like to shout out to my man's Carbreaker 99. Sorry, Execution. It was Execution came through. Execution came through. My brother Execution came through. Also, Money J. Also, Stefan Prey, James Henry, and Johnny Bravo. Shout out to you. Also, my big brother, Mr. Big Keith Williams. He took the time out to sit here and talk with us while he's getting his hair done. Shout out to his stylist, and also shout out to you ladies out there. So again, this is social media is a platform that really can help you further your career, maybe even after bodybuilding. It's about getting recognition and respect. But I said again, check the link to X's interview with Tina Trap Queen. That's coming up at 7:00. Check it out. The link is in the comment section. Just click it and support them. All right. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Also, next week we're gonna do a live stream critique of the 2024 Vancouver Island Showdown. The list is not out yet. It'll probably be out by tomorrow. I usually won't post them about it till maybe either Thursday or Friday, because sometimes you might get some competitors come in the last minute, like that, or just you haven't got it all stacked. But we'll talk about that show next week. I'm not gonna watch the pay-per-view. I would think about watching it, but I gotta get worked on my car. I hate that car. Anyway, this is me on Lowy Judge Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, don't subscribe. I am out. Have a good rest of your week, and thank you for coming by.